Hello.
And this is
Finish.
Big Instantly.
Finish big instantly. Finish.
Finish quick. Big and quick. Because it is the fourth instalment of the Big Finish 60th Spectacular Once and Future.
Once and Future.
This time it's called Two's Company.
Two's Company.
Starring Legend Baker as the Sixth Doctor.
He's been waiting to say that all week.
That's the only time I'm going to say
Legend Baker.
Pairing him up with some unusual people. So we've got...
Hang on, everyone, take notes. You're going to need a shopping list that's about 10 miles long.
So we've got Christopher Naylor, is it?
Christopher Naylor.
As Harry Sullivan.
Yeah. Hello, I say, old bean.
Michelle Ryan as Lady Christina de Souza.
I'm a rich bitch.
And Camille Kajuri as Jackie Tyler.
Oh, you can't make many marks, do ya?
So, yeah, very odd combination. Oh, by the way, there are spoilers in this little chat.
Yeah. Oh, boy, yes.
So, give me your instant reaction.
One, what was the point of this story? Two, what is the point of this series? Well, I'm 4 hours deep. I'm balls deep into Once and Future. And I don't have a fucking clue what it's about.
No, we haven't progressed still. And
4
we've said
hours.
this every time.
Most films are an hour and a half, and they manage to get to the point.
It's a bit of a runaround. The combination of characters, while mildly interesting, it's nothing
You think it's interesting?
The hook for me for this one was, it's Harry, which I really like the character. I've not heard any of the new Harry Big Finishes at all.
I think we're on different pages.
I was quite excited to hear him. I thought it was quite a good impression, actually. I thought that was really good.
I didn't think it sounded anything like him at all.
But the disappointment then was there's no point in him being there. There's no point in this Harry. Could be anyone. He wasn't really the main character. He was on the front cover. He wasn't really the main part in it. So there was no point in Harry. It was just a random name.
Just like Lady Christina, just like Jackie Tyler.
So Lady Christina and Jackie, while, again, Jackie, she's always going to be entertaining, I kept thinking, well, they've done this before. The superior mother and Lady Christina story was the one in the Lady
Sylvia Noble,
where she met Sylvia Noble.
Yeah,
there's a story in that first box set where they pair them together.
Absolutely brilliant.
And it's pretty much the same thing, but that's got depth. That's its own story. There's more of an emotional impact to the two characters meeting. This was just let's just shove them together, just for the hell of it.
This totally makes a mockery of that scene in Love and Monsters where Jackie Tyler says, I've been left behind and it makes you hard. No, she's not. She's been off having the siege of Big Ben, and two's a crowd or whatever this is called.
Two's Company.
Thank you. I mean, she's been busy.
And then we get to the main sort of villain in this, the Two. Is it the Two? Is that what it's called?
Who
the Two?
is that?
So we've not heard all of the Time War stuff with all the 11 and
stuff. To another set in order to be able to make. We've been listening to Purity recently, fabulous Colin Baker and Bonnie Langford sets. No continuity. You can just put on the stories, and they're good stories, and listen to them. Do you know what this was? I'm sorry, I'm going to go on a total rant now. This is the worst rant I'm ever going to have. Because Big Finish, you have sold out. You have sold your soul. Because all this was a fucking shopping list of ingredients. This was a trailer for other Big Finish series. This was a trailer for Lady Christina. This was a trailer for Rose Tyler Dimension Canon. This is a trailer for... Where's the Two from?
I don't know, the Time War stuff.
Thank you. This is a trailer for Sullivan and Cross and this is a trailer for the Sixth Doctor Adventures. There is no discernible creative reason that this group of characters should come together under any circumstances.
Well, no, you did say you liked the idea because supposedly River Song has got them together. You said there was an explanation for that.
But why?
And you were excited about that. But then at the end, when the Doctor's like, well, you're all going to forget this tomorrow.
And they
that's
do this
when you
again
were
and
like,
again. They bring in, they make these combinations. River Song's meeting the Eighth Doctor, and then someone's got to lose their memory. So at the end of this, the best thing about this was Jackie Tyler and Lady Christina develop a nice rapport.
yeah.
And they say at the end, oh, we'll be friends. And I was like, oh my God, that's not something's coming out of this. It's boring as shit, but something's coming out of it. And then the Doctor's like, well, no, because of the events of this story, your mind's going to be wiped. And I'm like, well, what is the point of this?
It was a bit of a runaround, but what are we? Is our expectations too high for this? Do you know what? I really want to go back and listen to Zagreus. It makes Zagreus seem like a good story compared to this celebration.
Makes Zagreus, which is a turkey in its own right.
Well, actually, I do quite like it. There's more to it. There's more an emotional journey. There's more consequences in Zagreus than we've had in all of this Once and Future stuff.
These random runarounds, and honestly, not very good.
I didn't really get what. And suddenly he's like, "Oh, I need to go to wherever," and like, I don't know.
I'm going to sound like an entitled fan now, yeah, and I'm sorry about that, but I feel as if we've been sold a duck. We paid how much for this? 70 quid, right? Yeah, for the whole set, and they didn't reveal who was going to be in what. They released very little information at the start. We just knew the first one was going to be Fourth Doctor and Sarah Jane and Kate Stewart and all of that. That should have been a sign of what was to come. With a promise that this was going to be a celebration of Big Finish and a good story. Well, it's not a celebration of Big Finish because we're not seeing any of these characters at their best. And it's not a good story because there is no running narrative. It feels like it
hasn't been plotted out. And I think that's happened in the extras a couple of times. A couple of the writers have said, well, I've been given this shopping list and I've got to put a story together. So it's not always the writer's fault that they've been given this. I mean, you've got to work with these things. You've got to put these four characters together and you've got to come up with something. Surely it should be the other way around. Like, we've got this arc, we've plotted this out. These are the main points. And then, why do you have to have all these sudden... Why have they been given a shopping list of these particular characters? Is it just because we need to shove in as many people as possible to sell? And also, okay, it would feel a bit special if we didn't get this every other month from Big Finish anyway. Sullivan and Cross. Yeah. Jackie Tyler and whoever in a latest series, and River Song or whatever. If we didn't have all of that all the time, then this would be like, oh great, we've seen these characters for the first time interact, but we've seen it all, heard it all before.
But you know what?
So many times now, it's getting to the point where I'm like,
it's you and me. We're doing Finish Big, and we're back at the start where Colin Baker was getting scripts like The Wormery, and he was getting scripts like Davros. And honest to God, compared to those brilliant scripts he got at the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, this is terrible.
And it started off with what I don't like.
Talents.
It started off the first minute, the first second.
The cinematic strings.
The cinematic that starts every single one. If you put together the first 5 seconds of every Big Finish release from the last however many years, they'd all have that orchestral swell to begin with that they're trying to copy in the TV series. We don't get any of that in the early years of Big Finish. You get something interesting. You get a different type of music, a different type of thing.
Is there a market for this?
Well, they sold it to everyone without telling everyone who was in it. So there's no. They just said it was a special release. So of course you're going to get it.
Today of people
some people are saying it's the best
one. That was really fun and the best one.
I think
this is so insubstantial. What are you taking from this?
I think we just set up our expectations because we know that there are so many good other stories out there. We're thinking we're hoping that there's going to be a really good one.
I think they've saturated the market.
Yeah.
They've made people do too many stories, and this is the result. It is.
Yeah, it's a shame.
We just
had it so many times before. It's just not interesting anymore.
It's not like Big Finish can't do it.
No, that's the frustrating thing.
Has been brilliant.
There is really good stuff out there when it's concentrated.
I think you really need a fertile creative mind behind it. This is like mixed authors, mixed directors.
And I think, it's not been planned out properly.
Well,
It's
it
been
probably
planned
has,
out.
but-
I don't think
But
it
I
has.
think the whole thing is less of a story, and what we're going to do as we go through this thing is we're going to touch on every range. We're going to meet every character that Big Finish has ever given us.
And we will absolutely...
I don't want to pay 70 quid for a trailer for stuff I've already got.
We'll absolutely take back all of our words. If that last episode ties everything
totally.
up and was like, it was this and this one, this and this one, this is why all of these things have happened, and this is why, and it's going to tie it all up. We'll absolutely take back our words. But I know 100% that we won't take back our words because it won't tie it all up, and all of this stuff has been completely pointless.
I don't want to sound ungrateful because... What?
Sorry, carry on.
Because people have worked hard on this, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
But this ain't good enough. This is not a good enough
Not when we
product
know that there
to
is-
charge what you're charging for it. It's insubstantial. And it's pointless. I don't see the point of it. This is the harshest review I'll probably ever give on video. But it's just one opinion. What's my opinion? Just bullshit. But yeah, I actually got actively annoyed listening to this.
Yeah, I was just a bit like, about the end of this, we were like, oh, again, it's the same. But we always go into it with like, this is going to be a good one. And every time we're like, oh.
Well, thank fuck, Purity's out next week.
I know.
But I have seen Lady Christina, Jackie Tyler, Colin Baker's Doctor, all of these
have
people
brilliant
do good stories. So I know it's possible. Oh, I hope the next one's better.
Anyway, next one, it's 10th Doctor next month.
10th Doctor and Missy.
And the
does that
posted
make
up
sense?
on Esther gang.
Missy met the 12th Doctor.
Well, you know, he's degenerating still for no reason at all. So
For no reason
the only
we'll ever
reason is so
find out.
Tim Treloar can do some impressions halfway through.
Oh, I love him. He was in this at the beginning. He was good. And anyway, on that note,
Anyway,
we're sorry to be
we'll finish
a
quick.
pair of ungrateful brats.
I know. But listen, go and watch our other videos where we're like, the early years are absolutely brilliant.
And some of the late
And
stuff.
some of the later ones were just not these ones.
This ain't brilliant. And don't forget,
Anyway, finish big, quick.
you finish big now, all right?
Yeah, big.